Roman Reigns' demise at WrestleMania 39 leaked. The best and worst of Smackdown. Triple H fixing Vince McMahon's final WWE mess. Triple H burying Brock Lesnar ahead of WWE WrestleMania 39. Latest on Bray Wyatt's Smackdown status amid WWE absence. WWE fans on Sami Zayn reuniting with Kevin Owens. Cody Rhodes WrestleMania 39 plans changed. Let's jump right into it. The best and worst of Smackdown. Welcome to this week's edition of the best and worst of Smackdown. It was a great episode on the road to WrestleMania, with a couple of matches being made official and a few more on the verge of becoming official. It was action-packed from start to finish, with only a small chunk of the show feeling as though it wasn't utilized to its fullest potential. Those were the downs, but it was mostly ups in what we feel was one of the best episodes of Smackdown in a while. These were the best and worst aspects of the third last episode on the road to WrestleMania. Number 3. Best. Triple threat confirmation for WrestleMania 39. Intercontinental Champion Gunther was at ringside in commentary for the qualifying match between Drew McIntyre and Sheamus on SmackDown. While the ring general insisted on a single challenger, he and the other two members of Imperium halted the match and attacked Sheamus and McIntyre, causing a DQ. Sick and tired, Adam Pearce told Gunther that his actions didn't match his words and declared a triple threat match for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. It's no secret that Gunther has been the most dominant Intercontinental Champion of the 21st century and is seemingly ready to take the next big step in his career. If Triple H has big plans for him going forward, then don't be surprised to see Sheamus finally achieve Grand Slam glory at the grandest stage of them all and end Gunther's 9-month title reign. It would likely mean that the ring general is stepping up to the world title scene. Number 2. Worst. The handling of LA Knight on SmackDown. LA Knight has been on a losing streak lately, and that continued this week on SmackDown as he lost to Xavier Woods. He took another L backstage later in the show when he told Rey Mysterio that he would happily face his son at WrestleMania. Mysterio snagged him in the face and left him puzzled. But why is LA Knight being handled so badly on SmackDown? Well, it seems to be a part of a bigger story. The rumor right now is that he is in the running to be Stone Cold Steve Austin's WrestleMania 39 opponent, which he will possibly lose if the match happens. But after WrestleMania 39, it seems like Triple H has big plans for him, and this is all a part of a bigger story. Number 2. Best. The Charlotte Flair Ripley segment getting some big heat. There were rumors that WWE is potentially planning to make Ripley vs. Charlotte Flair the main event of WrestleMania 39 Night 1. Although we don't feel it's the right decision, it's out of our control. While technically speaking, the Women's Royal Rumble winners match should headline one night, it simply isn't the most compelling story on the blue brand, let alone WWE. With that said, WWE took a step in the right direction this week. After Ripley and Dominic Mysterio defeated Zelina Vega and Santos Escobar, Charlotte Flair came out later on the show and was confronted by her WrestleMania opponent. Thanks in part to a cheap tactic involving Dominic Mysterio, Ripley got the upper hand when she attacked the Queen. It led to a huge brawl that got the crowd hot, and while nobody technically won that exchange, it was a step in the right direction on SmackDown with only a couple of weeks left until the show of shows. Number 1. Worst. A random WrestleMania match with no consequences. WWE announced out of nowhere on SmackDown that there would be a fatal 4-way women's tag team match at WrestleMania. Former SmackDown Women's Champion Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez were the first to qualify by beating Tegan Nox and Emma. This was a very random announcement for a match that has almost no consequences whatsoever. What's the point of this? WWE didn't even announce that the winners would get a shot at the tag team titles, but we hope that's the case. Number 1. Best. The Kevin Owens Sami Zayn storyline. The Kevin Owens Sami Zayn storyline on SmackDown has been absolute gold, and that's why we feel that it should headline WrestleMania 39 Night 1. They are rumored to be facing the Usos for the tag team titles, and this week, the duo finally united after much resistance from KO. Cody Rhodes played the mediator by getting both men out, and Sami Zayn explained why they needed to team up. Owens still refused, and Zayn went all the way to the back, telling him that they are brothers. Owens seemingly left, but we later found out that he was there the whole time. While that was the extent of Cody's role, Zayn confronted Jey Uso in the main event segment. It was compelling, enthralling, and everything you could want from a segment. Sami Zayn calling out Jey Uso for tolerating Roman Reigns' abuse was a brilliant touch, and Kevin Owens coming out for the save when Sami was getting beaten down was the perfect way to handle it. The embrace between Zayn and Owens led to a huge pop, and it was a moment to be remembered, all while the American Nightmare was watching and smiling backstage. Everything about this story has been handled incredibly well, and it's arguably the second most anticipated match on the entire WrestleMania card. Triple H fixing Vince McMahon's final WWE mess. Triple H took over WWE after the company found itself in a difficult situation after several allegations were made against Vince McMahon which forced him to leave the company. According to a recent report, Hunter is trying to fix the final mess made by the previous regime by bringing back 2 world titles. Last year, Triple H made several changes to the product after he became chief content officer and Vince McMahon left the company. The company received positive feedback from fans and critics alike who praised the efforts and ideas of the new regime. One of the biggest criticisms of Vince McMahon's regime was the decision to unify world titles at a time when the roster was filled with talented superstars. According to a recent report from WrestleVotes via Give Me Sport, Hunter is working on bringing back 2 world titles before WWE SummerSlam 2023. This is the final mess, and you really can call it a mess. This is the final obstacle and the new team is working to overcome that. There was never a plan when Roman Reigns won the titles a year ago. Triple H was handed this mess. By SummerSlam, there's going to be 2 titles. It will be interesting to see if the game brings back an old title or introduce a new title similar to the WWE Universal Championship that was introduced in 2016. Charlotte Flair has been the standard bearer and the face of the women's division for nearly a decade in the company. After rising through the developmental brand, she immediately went to the main roster and started winning titles. The Queen has worked under the old and new regimes where she has earned an equal or more amount of success. Speaking to the Daytona Beach News Journal, she revealed what it is like to work under both regimes in WWE. I haven't really noticed a difference because I feel, as a performer, that my job is just to make my boss happy. Whoever is in the seat is your boss. Maybe if I was new, I would feel a difference, but I'm on more of the seasoned vet side. I don't feel like there is as much maneuvering or trying to build a new character. The Queen has headlined WrestleMania under Vince McMahon's regime and it looks like she will do the same under Triple H's regime when she defends her title against Rhea Ripley. Do you want to separate world titles in WWE? Sound off in the comments section below. Triple H burying Brock Lesnar ahead of WWE WrestleMania 39. Triple H's first WrestleMania match card as WWE's chief content officer features a few surprises, most notably Brock Lesnar vs. Omos. Former WCW star Disco Inferno has given his take on whether the game is purposely trying to bury Lesnar ahead of the event. The Beast Incarnate allegedly nixed plans to face Bray Wyatt in a first-time ever singles bout on April 1st, 2. Instead, he agreed to face Omos in a match that has been widely criticized by fans. On K100, Disco Inferno defended the booking decision and explained why Lesnar vs. Omos makes sense. Brock's done. He's 40-something years old. He's coming back and now he's putting guys over to try to elevate guys. There's nothing wrong with that. He's not getting buried. All Brock cares about is the money. He does business for everybody. He doesn't care if he goes over. This guy fought in the UFC for real. He doesn't care about doing a job. Although Vince McMahon no longer oversees WWE's creative decisions, it has been suggested that he might have played a part in booking Lesnar vs. Omos. The WrestleVotes Twitter account reported that the WrestleMania match was the idea of one specific, powerful person. The tweet also included a video of the WWE executive chairman. At 6'3" and 266 pounds, Brock Lesnar usually has a size advantage over his WWE opponents. However, that will not be the case when he faces Omos, who is billed at 7'3" and 416 pounds. Disco Inferno added that WWE's decision-makers must have a plan in mind for the blockbuster WrestleMania encounter. This is the first time in a long time the guy he's wrestling he's giving away 100 pounds to. It's going to be interesting. I'm interested in seeing it. They have a reason they booked it. They obviously have some idea of what to do, so I'm interested. I don't have the gloom and doom that everybody else has for that match. I think it could be a show stealer and that completely better than what people expect, in that sense. On the March 13th episode of Raw, Omos made a huge statement by throwing Lesnar over the top rope. Although fans in attendance enjoyed the face-off, the subsequent physical altercation received mixed reviews due to a clumsy botch. Are you looking forward to Brock Lesnar vs. Omos at WrestleMania 39? Let us know in the comments section below. Latest on Bray Wyatt's Smackdown status amid WWE absence. Bray Wyatt's status for WrestleMania 39 is up in the air after the former WWE champion's recent absence from TV programming. A new report has shed light on Wyatt's Smackdown status 2 weeks before the biggest wrestling event of the year. The Eater of the Worlds looked all set to face Bobby Lashley at the grandest stage of them all after an interaction between them on Raw. However, things have changed in the last few weeks, with multiple reports stating that Wyatt could end up missing the showcase of the Immortals. While it's still not clear if the scheduled match between Bray Wyatt and Bobby Lashley will take place at WrestleMania 39, a new report from Zero News has provided an update on the former Universal Champion's SmackDown status. According to the news source, the recently rehired star won't be present on the blue brand until further notice, putting the WrestleMania match in jeopardy as we are only 2 weeks away from the event. Bray Wyatt's absence from WWE programming has also been a cause of worry for Bobby Lashley's fans, as the Almighty is seemingly left without an opponent 2 weeks before the event. However, the former Hurt Business member assured fans in a recent interview that he will be there at WrestleMania 39 regardless of what goes down with Wyatt. "Man, I tell you what, you can't have WrestleMania without Lashley. You can't have a WrestleMania without me. I don't know what the situation is there, but there's a lot of guys that I might just wreck the whole damn thing. I'm not going to put all the time and effort." Bray Wyatt has competed in just one televised match since his return to WWE last year. While the reason for his absence is still unclear, fans will be hoping to see the Eater of the Worlds compete at the grandest stage once again after a disappointing match against Randy Orton 2 years back. WWE fans on Sami Zayn reuniting with Kevin Owens. Fans are ecstatic after Sami Zayn reunited with Kevin Owens during WWE Smackdown. Tonight on the Blue brand, Cody Rhodes tried to reunite Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens but failed as Owens didn't want to hear what Zayn had to say before he walked out of the ring. Following the promo, Zayn caught up with Owens backstage before he was about to leave and told him that they will always be friends no matter what. However, Owens still left in his car. Later on in the night, Zayn confronted Jey Uso in the ring. Their confrontation got a little heated when Zayn told Jey that he was upset with him because he didn't get to hit Roman Reigns with a chair shot. This resulted in Jey Uso attacking Zayn and the two men brawling. Jimmy Uso also joined in and the attack continued. In a surprising turn of events, Kevin Owens' music hit and attacked the Usos from behind and sent them packing. He then hugged Zayn in the ring, indicating that they have reunited against the Bloodline. The moment left many fans feeling ecstatic as they took to Twitter to express their excitement. Now that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have reunited, it will be interesting to see them challenge the Usos for the tag titles at WrestleMania 39. What do you think happens next? Sound off in the comments section. Cody Rhodes WrestleMania 39 plans changed. Cody Rhodes will finally get the chance to fulfill his dream of becoming the WWE Champion when he faces Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39. This, however, was not the original plan for the American Nightmare. He was set to face Seth Rollins or Drew McIntyre for the WWE title on night 1 while Roman Reigns faced The Rock on night 2. WWE tried to get The Rock to wrestle a match at WrestleMania this year. If the megastar would have agreed, then the Mania would have been very different for Cody Rhodes. The former AEW TNT champion won the 2023 Royal Rumble match and challenged Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter revealed that WWE had to change the original plans for Rhodes because of The Rock. Numerous decisions that the company made were based on The Rock's return. However, the Brahma Bull refused to compete at WrestleMania this year. It is not clear that the Usos match will be on night 1, but when the original idea was to create a second world title, with Rollins, Drew McIntyre or Rhodes as the 3 people considered for it, that was to be the night 1 main event, said Meltzer. Ever since Cody Rhodes returned to WWE last WrestleMania, he has made it clear that he has one goal in mind. His primary reason for returning to the company was to become the WWE Champion. The storyline with Roman Reigns has emphasized how he could never reach the success that Reigns did in WWE. Here's what Cody stated on the bump: "If I'm able to get to the finish line, biggest WrestleMania of all time, SoFi in Hollywood. If I'm able to get to the finish line and get my hands on these things that, like I said, that have eluded my family up until now. Maybe it's just a pipe dream, maybe it's just a thought, a glimmer, but it would be fun to just say let's just boil them down and bring back the winged eagle." Roman Reigns has been the Universal Champion for over 900 days. There is a belief that WWE wants him to complete 1,000 days as the World Champion. However, the fan sentiment is with the American Nightmare and they want to see a new champion crowned at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns' demise at WrestleMania 39 leaked. Roman Reigns and the Bloodline have ruled WWE for over 2 years and have held the top championships in the company for a very long time. However, their reign looks increasingly like it's coming to an end at WrestleMania 39. At this year's show of shows, the Tribal Chief is set to defend his undisputed title against Cody Rhodes in the main event of the show. It has been rumored that the Usos will be defending their titles against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. The current challengers look to be the ideal stars to dethrone the corrupt faction. Recently, WWE fans on Twitter have started to predict that Roman Reigns and the Bloodline will meet their demise at WrestleMania 39. A recent move from the company's side has added fuel to the flame. The promotion's official YouTube channel recently uploaded a video of the Bloodline's complete history since 2020. Fans are widely speculating that the video is a hint that the faction's historic rule will end very soon. However, does this mean that the corrupt faction will lose their titles at WWE WrestleMania 39? We can never be sure. It is certainly possible that the promotion will allow the head of the table to complete 1,000 days as champion and let Cody Rhodes or even someone else win the titles at SummerSlam 2023. Fans originally thought the feud between Rhodes and Reigns would not be very personal and would mainly concentrate on the American Nightmare's quest to become champion. However, the rivalry became totally personal when Paul Heyman revealed that the late Dusty Rhodes always wanted a son like Roman Reigns. Now, Cody Rhodes will look to prove that he is better than the Tribal Chief to make his father proud. On the other side, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are also continuing their quest to take down the Bloodline. Also, fans were convinced that Jey Uso could leave his cousins to join Sami Zayn. However, he proved his loyalty to his family and will fight alongside his cousins. Kevin Owens and Zayn, the two could team up to face the Usos for the undisputed Tag Team Championships at WWE WrestleMania Hollywood. Do you think Roman Reigns and his family will lose their titles on the grandest stage of them all? Let us know in the comments section.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take